Hello everybody, how is it going today? It's now March the 19th, 2018. It's not even March 17th, okay? I'm gonna try that part again. It's March 19th, 2018, it's Monday, and it's about 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So let's talk about Bitcoin. I don't know about Bitcoin, but I'm ready to play this correction. So I do think that we're gonna correct right now, guys. Absolutely, it's almost correction time, and let's talk about this, okay? So I just want to see how many people are in here. I'm getting a lot of people joining me on my live streams now. I'm getting like over 1,000 people that end up joining. So guys, I think it's story time, okay? I think it's story time. I think we should all gather around the circle here. Come join Barney, guys. Everybody come join Barney. I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin loves me. We went on a great big rally with a great big pump from 72 to 86. Won't you say it's correction time? Come on, everybody, sing with me. I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin loves me. So I think we're almost done now, guys. We're almost done this rally. Did you guys grow up watching Barney? I grew up watching Barney. I believe that Barney was a massive... I don't think I got your message there, J-Dog. I don't really check my messages too often, you know, because yeah, there's just too many people, I guess, but I'll definitely try to get to them a lot more down in the future. So I do believe that it's pretty much correction time, and we're gonna take a look at some dogs first of all, because I actually added a new bookmark, guys. I added a new bookmark to right here, and I usually don't add bookmarks, right? It takes a lot to add bookmarks, but yeah, I added the dog section finally to steemit. So this is a cute dog. I love dogs. Yeah, there's really not too many dogs. I started posting in the dog section as well. If you guys never saw my video yet, I try to teach Luna how to count to 3, but she doesn't really know how to count well. So let's take a look at the market cap, guys. We're now officially reaching about $332 billion. In the past few hours, we've actually gotten all the way up to 332 from 313 billion, okay? That's a really good number. Every single coin is in the red right now, right? Or sorry, is in the green right now. So it's looking pretty good overall. Like Tron had a really big rally. Every coin is pretty much reaching double digits as expected. EOS did probably the biggest jump, 40%, and that's looking fantastic. Cardano, 41%, even Ripple, okay? But Ethereum, guys, Ethereum is like, yeah, Ethereum's not really doing that well, you know? IOTA's not doing that well. Dash is not doing that well. You know, Binance coin, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. So Steam is doing very well as well. I don't collect Steam, but you guys know that I blog on there as well. So yeah, we have gone up a gigantic amount, guys. The 24-hour volume is just fantastic. We cannot complain about it whatsoever, you know? So 24-hour volume, we've gone up from 4.4 to 6.6 billion, all the way up to 7.2 billion. And I expect this pace to slightly continue, but we might see a very slow sell-off because I don't even know what BNB is. I have no idea what BNB is, custom. I only trade on bitfinex, okay? I shouldn't really do any more of these Bitconnect technical analysis because a lot of people have been saying to me, like, a lot of people have lost money, so why am I being very insensitive about it, right? So one guy posted on my YouTube, he was like, why are you being so insensitive? You know, I lost $150,000. And then I said to him, I'm very sorry for my insensitivity. And then I wrote to him, what's up, Bitconnect? And then he said unsubscribe. So that's okay, I guess it happens. So I promised I wouldn't do a Bitconnect technical analysis, but we're taking a look at Bitconnect really quickly, okay? So Bitconnect is up a whopping amount. I don't know about you guys, but I think that 45% is an incredible amount. We have jumped from $21,000 for 24-hour volume to a staggering $58,000. Let's put that into perspective, how much we have gone up. The market cap for Bitconnect was only $17 million. We have gained a whopping $4 million for Bitconnect. I think that Bitconnect should probably go back on mainstream media because this is amazing. $2.25. Woo! This is amazing, guys. Oh, sorry. I gotta calm down, okay? So we see Bitconnect fall from $420 ranges all the way down to where it is now at $2. If you guys are still holding Bitconnect, make sure that you just keep holding it, because we're probably going to recover around when Bitcoin reaches $100,000. You guys know I'm probably going to get sued for this, right? Honestly, I'm probably going to get sued for doing these joking technical analysis for Bitconnect. I want you guys to know that this is an entire joke, okay? I do not approve whatsoever of buying these coins. I'm just merely joking around, all right? So please don't take it too seriously when I'm joking about this. All right, we're going to talk about the daily chart first of all for Bitcoin. Volume is looking very, very decent for the 24-hour average, okay? But I want to be clear that the 24-hour average does not mean that we have more volume. We've had clearly more volume yesterday, as we can see. It just means that the majority of the volume was from yesterday, right before the daily close of the candle. So today's volume is actually much less than this. But we have to make note that just because it's the green candle today does not mean that it will be green tomorrow. We are still in a very bearish zone right now, according to the death cross that I use, the 50 and the 100 EMA, all right? So I use the 50 and the 100 EMA, and we are still downtrending according to this. Until we break above the yellow 55 moving average, that's where I'll be considered, I'll change my bias to a slightly uptrend, right? So we see here that a possible MACD crossover is likely to happen in the next few days, but not quite yet. I don't think we are there yet, okay? We have to make note that the histogram actually ticked down to a very low negative area over here, and that's kind of where the support is right now. We look on the from February 6th here, right? We are seeing bullish divergence all across the board from our last peak right here, which is a very good sign. We were leveling out right here as well on the 12-hour chart, which looks fantastic, right? Do you guys see this leveling off right here? Right there, that's a really good sign as well. We were seeing some bearish pressure to come down, but that's because my Elliott Wave count was probably wrong. I ended up talking to Eric, and we're just talking about Bitcoin corrections, and we were doing a count, and we agree that, you know, it's very much so correction time in my opinion, and I'm gonna show you guys why as well. Okay, so let's take a look at here. Like we were showing that we were losing steam here, right? We were showing that we were losing steam, but we didn't quite correct down that much. Now we're slightly breaking above the 55 EMA on a 4-hour chart, which is fantastic. But what we're now seeing is actually reaching like a resistance right here, just around that particular area, which was on March the 12th. So now we gotta wonder, is this actually just gonna tick down? It's not parabolically moving up, as you guys can see, right? It looks like it wants to eventually curve down right there, like a little nipple. So let's keep going, okay? We see here we're reaching some sort of RSI resistance as well, right? This whole cluster right here is a massive resistance zone. If we look at it in the past 3 hours, right, this looks like it wants to eventually curve downwards. Now, I'm not a big fan of corrections, don't get me wrong. I'm not a perma bull, and I do want a big uptrend, but we've got to acknowledge these facts all the time that, you know, we're reaching some sort of RSI resistance right now. We simply cannot tick any higher, guys, right? We cannot tick any higher on the histogram. So we got to be led to believe that possible correction, possible profit taking will happen very soon. This 8600 region is acting as a major resistance right now that we simply cannot break above it. If we do break above it, it's going to be very short-lived, and we are going to trend back down below it, I personally think. We have to acknowledge these clusters right here, okay? Check it out, guys. There's like a cluster right now. Oh, that made me really want a chocolate bar with like lots of peanuts and caramel right now. And you know how confident I am? I'm so confident that you know, I don't ever give financial advice to anybody, but there's you know, there's 3 people that I financially advise, right? The first person that I financially advise always is Eric Cho. I'm just kidding. I don't give advice to Eric Cho. I give advice to Valcoin. I give advice to the 2 coins that I like a lot, which is Val and Mel. And I specifically said to Mel that I think it's time for you to consider taking profit. Even if we go up to 87,800, there could be a chance that we might not even get there because of this cluster of resistances, right? So I told her maybe you want to consider taking profit. She's probably watching this right now, and I told her it might be a better time to wait for 8,000, 8,800. So let's talk about more of this in detail, guys. What we're getting right here, look at this. This is so exciting right now across the Australian wilds right now. We're finding this incredible creature right now. Look at this bearish spinning top right here. Unbelievable bearish spinning top. We don't find these in other continents. We don't find this in Africa. We don't find these in North America. We only find this on the country called Australia right here. These wild creatures right now are deadly. When they start showing up, they can take advantage of all of the bulls, and the bears will start to crush them. So we have to be very mindful of these candles that show up in the Australian wilds, okay? So we have to be careful always whenever they come up. And we call this a bearish spinning top, where there's a body that has a fairly proportional length, okay, for the wicks right there. That's so funny. I read your comment there. I wish I was a busty girl like Mel or Val. Now, Val's my bae. Mel's my really good friend. Big difference, just to be very clear, okay? So now we're getting our final wave up, right? Okay, I want to talk to you guys about the mechanics of these as well. This is another deadly creature that we have to be very cautious of, okay? This deadly creature right here is called a leading first wave diagonal. A leading first wave diagonal is super deadly. Whenever we see these, some people would call it a rising bearish wedge, right? Some people would call it a leading first wave diagonal, and you also see it in the ending fifth wave diagonal as well. So they can do something like that, right? They can do something like this, and upon the fifth touch up, usually a fifth wave touch, or not always, okay, not always. Sometimes it can only get to a very specified amount, like right there. First wave could be very, very, very small, right? Something like this, just like that, to give you guys an example, right? So what happens after that is it likes to break down. Oh yeah, break down, baby. Break it down, break it down. So then we end up taking a fib retracement of it to a very relevant number, combined with a relevant support region. So if you guys look at this cluster, you can easily identify the clusters of supports, right? The cluster of support is, first of all, right around here, even to a lower barrier right around here. So we have to make note, first of all, that that is a very relevant resistance, or I keep saying resistance, but support. So guys, if you actually take a look at this right here, remember that deadly creature I was talking about earlier? That rising bearish wedge? Well, what do we see right here, guys? We're seeing a cluster of resistance, right? Now, some people would grasp on straws and draw it like that and be like, oh yeah, that's a rising bearish wedge, but I would probably end up drawing it just like that. Or even right here, consider some of them bear traps, right? Just to be very fair. So if I were to actually count this right now on a detailed level, I see this as a leading first wave diagonal, which really sucks in my opinion because it's not too clear. Thank you very much, A. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's going to contribute to my dog's alcoholic fund. Just so that you guys know, every dollar that you donate, it all goes towards Luna because she's got her own tiny little bar. It's got a lot of alcohol in it. She loves her liquor. She loves her liquor. Her favorite line is, "When moon? When moon, daddy? Daddy, when moon?" Did you guys see the last video I posted of Luna? Here, I'm going to show you guys the last video of Luna that I posted, okay? Check this out. Check this out. All of this goes towards her cryptocurrency piggy bank, all towards liquor. Let me show you guys a really cute video of her. Whoops! I gotta unmute my desktop microphone here. Let me show you guys a video of my dog. Yeah, do you want to go outside? Say, ow, ow! Yeah, do you want to go outside? Yeah, you do, right? Give me a 3. Luna, stop it. Quiet. 3, 2. We're not ready to go yet. Wait. Okay, wait. Down. Okay, ready? 3, She's so
2,
smart.
1. You're early. You're always early. You don't need to be early like that. Be quiet.
Ah, sorry.
3, 2. You're early again, Luna. Okay, you gotta be patient. Luna, stop it. Quiet. 3, 2, 1. You're early again, Luna. Why? I give up with you all the time. Quiet. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness.
She's kind of a really silly dog, right? She just has absolutely no idea what's. I just thought I'd show you guys my really cute dog because she's the cutest dog ever. She's got no idea how to how to bark on command. So anyways, what we're getting to is this is looking like a leading first wave diagonal, right? Where we get the 5 wave structures going in like that. And I could use a combination of Elliott Wave and also every other technical indicator to see when it could possibly come down, right? So I originally thought that this was the 5 waves, which I will gladly count for you guys, okay? I thought that this was the 5 waves, which I stand corrected. My apologies, okay? I thought that there was 5 waves like that. And then we were going to get a massive correction, right? Like massive relative to here. So I thought we were going to correct to roughly the 7,900, 7,800 region. And the reason I thought that as well is because if we go to a very, very high, or yeah, high time frame, like a 4-hour chart, what we see here, if we draw our trend line right here, right? Let's just say we draw it like something like that. Actually, that's not really satisfactory to me. Let's make sure that we actually consider just grazing the tops over here. So I thought we were gonna, you know, trend to roughly these regions. Actually, let's draw it a little bit better. Something like that, okay? So let's say we drew it like that and we zoomed in really close, right? Let's go to like a 30-minute chart now. We went to a 30-minute chart. I thought that we were going to trend down to a 382 fib level and bounce right off of this region, which I'm wrong. That's okay. No harm, no foul, guys. We have to accommodate for these kinds of things, right? Where it could possibly land. I thought it would get to 8K guaranteed, but there's no harm, no foul, because we never entered a position. So the way to have played this, if you guys have been seeing some of my profits, I'm now up $900 in the past in about 1 hour of trading altogether, which is, you know, a really decent amount, right? So I can't complain. And I didn't want to go long. I didn't want to go short. What I was suggesting to people in my morning video update was keep an eye on 83.39, 83.50 range. And then if it broke out above this price right here, that might be, you might want to consider going to a very, very short-term position around 85 or 80, yeah, around here, 85.63-ish actually, or 84.63. So we clearly broke above that, which was, thank you very much, ZJ10M. I appreciate that very much. That's going to go towards my doggo. So guys, right here was the key number, right? If we looked at it on a very low time frame, what we were seeing as well, a series of bouncing off of the 55 EMA. So we tried to break below it, but we couldn't, right? We bounced, bam, right off of the 100 EMA. And this right here, guys, the bounce, okay? The bounce right here, the double tweezer bottom, even on a 10-minute chart, that should have signaled for you guys to enter a long position. And where would you have targeted for a very short-term trade? Right around this cluster of resistances that we see earlier. So let's say you entered a trade there, which is what I was planning to do, but I was making a video, so I entered it a little bit late. Enter right around there as soon as it breaks, actually right here, as soon as it bounces off of it, set as target for a slightly swing low or even below the 55 EMA, right? And then you would have targeted that resistance line. You would have made yourself an easy 3.5% to 4% gain there. That's how you guys should have played that. Thank you so much, ZJ10M. I appreciate that. So that was the perfect play. And then after that, what did we do? We got to this point. I shorted it. From, I'll go to a lower time frame to show you guys, okay? Why did I short the market? Well, I saw basically 2 massive peaks going upwards, right? I counted my small little waves going up, right? I counted this wave right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? I saw that this peak was higher than this one right here. Thank you very much, Bernardo Reyes. I appreciate that, my friend. So yeah, so I counted 5. I shorted it right there. I closed it right around here, right? And then I played a tiny little bounce, believe it or not. I played the smallest bounces today, which have been very profitable thus far. I'm just trying to actually move this. So I played a bounce from right here to about right there for three simple trades today, and now I'm in a small short position. I'm just kind of waiting around to add more. I'm in a short position for 2.5 Bitcoin from about $8,600. I caught the peak right around up there, and now I'm just waiting to ride it down, but there's still one more possible wave up, and I'm going to explain to you guys why there might be one more possible wave up. But first, we need to do a very detailed Elliott Wave count, okay? So this right here to me is signaling the first wave, right? Where we ended up getting a channel. This right here to me signaled the third wave, right? And all of this right here is the fourth wave. And I do see a possible fifth wave right there. or perhaps one more up, okay? And now we need to extract a lot of information. So let's talk about what's been going on here. So the way that I'm seeing this, as crappy as it is on a very micro level, is that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. And this whole structure made an ABC with a fairly truncated B. So we see this as ABC coming in like this, right? We barely see a retracement. This actually only happens about 8% of the time, where it goes between the 236 and the 382 Fibonacci level, which it really doesn't happen often, guys, at all, okay? So now, thank you very much, Joseph Pham. Beer on me, brother. Thanks for the hard work. That's what Joseph Pham did. Pham, Joseph, are you Vietnamese? If you're Vietnamese, I know some Vietnamese words. Want to hear some? Du ma! Du ma! Du ma! Is that a Vietnamese word? My favorite Vietnamese food is called bang quan. I'm from a country called Laos. I was long story short, you know, my parents are from Laos, but I'm fairly Canadian, right? I'm like a Twinkie, where I'm very yellow on the outside, but I'm I'm yellow on the outside, but on the inside I am so white, okay? I am so white. But yeah, my parents they speak Vietnamese fluently, they speak Thai fluently, they speak English, they speak French, and they speak our native language as well, Laotian. And my parents always watch this show, Joseph Pham. It's called Paris by Night. I'm sure your parents know exactly what Paris by Night is, okay? So that's a great show. I grew up watching and listening to a lot of Vietnamese shows, but the only word that I ever learned was Du ma mai! Du ma! And then I ended up eating a lot of bang quan and bang sel, really good foods, you know? Yeah, it's anyways, so now I see this waves 1, I see this as subwave 2, 3, and 4, and there's 5 waves going up right here, right? But now we got to be very careful, guys. We have to be extremely careful of our wave count here. If we look at it very carefully, what we see is 5 waves only. So guys, this is not the time to enter a trade, just so you know. This is a time to catch the top, to see when to take profit and when to possibly buy back in, okay? So if we see a 4th wave somewhere, maybe a tiny wave up, not worth anyone's time at all, right? Thank you very much, Mukesh. I really appreciate that. You're welcome for the Phil and Luna show. Have you guys ever seen Blue? Blue is the newest addition to the show. He always comes on and he says stuff like, I'm blue, babu dee babu die. If I was blue, I would die, babu dee babu die. He likes to remix songs by Eiffel 65. So Blue is another addition to the show. I'm actually speaking to him right now. He's my microphone. So, I'm sorry, PS, I can't help but, okay, I'll probably move the microphone further away, okay? That's a lot better. Thank you, Wade, I appreciate that. Luna's got a lot of beer. She's got a lot of beer money. So, yeah, it looks like we're down ticking now, right, guys? Looks like we're a little bit on a tear right now to come down. Oh, yes! Yes, Bitcoin, baby! I wait so long for you to come down, baby whale. You need to tank a market. So beautiful, baby. I love you long time, baby. Come down. I need you come down. I not want you go up. I want you go down. I want to spend money on chicken chow fan, gailan, egg roll, fried rice. So I do want Bitcoin to come down quite a bit right now. You guys like my Asian accent there? You guys like my my Asian accent? That was pretty good, right? Am I screaming? I don't mean to scream, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Is this a little bit better, guys? Is that hold on? Is my microphone even working? Is my microphone working? Can you guys still hear me? I think I disconnected my microphone there for a few seconds. Hello, testing. Can you guys still hear me? Just say that it still works if you still hear me. Does my mic still work? Okay, it still works right now, right? Okay, awesome. Oh, I got a ban. This just got 0.9 BTC from double 2 BTC. Thanks, Philip. What? I don't even know what you're talking about, Chakra. I have no idea what you're talking about, Chakra. Anyways, okay, you guys still hear me? Let's go over this in detail, okay? I only want to make $1,000 today, and then I'm done trading, okay? I just got to make another $100 or $90, and I'm done today. So do you guys see my argument? Why there could be one more wave up, but there could also be a really crappy argument that this one right here is actually wave 4, and now we're on wave 5, right? That could be possible as well. Thank you very much, Santiago. I got a friend in here in my city. His name's Santiago. He's from Argentina. Yeah, he's from Argentina. He's so cool. I love his name, Santiago Murillo. We call him Santi. Santi, he's a really, really awesome guy. Thank you very much for the coffee. I appreciate that. Every time people end up giving a donation, I always tell a little side story. Ivan S. Thanks, Phil, for all of your lessons and live streams. I learned how to trade because of you. I went full-time trader because of you. Mexico vacations whenever we want because of you. Happy life because of you. Thank you so much, Ivan. I appreciate it. Te amo. Te amo. I want to dedicate this song to you by Rihanna called Te amo. So we're definitely downtrending right now, okay? We're looking pretty good. Actually, you know what? My short position is from 85.32. I thought I was in the short position from much higher up, but apparently not. Oh, guys, I might be able to close this short position in front of you guys. I might be able to make my last $100 here in front of you guys, okay? So here's my position right now, okay? Oh, yeah, I'm in the profit. I'm playing 2.5 Bitcoin. I'm playing how many thousand? 17,000 plus 4. I'm playing $22,000. If I close my position right here, right, guys, I'll have made my last $100. I've been scalping like a monster already. It's been really, really good day, right? I shorted from like way before earlier as well from, you know, good positions. Come on, Bitcoin, baby, just drop. Just give me my $50. I mean, $100. Give me my $100, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin, just drop. Just drop, baby. Baby, just drop. Drop. Let's go look at the RSI. Oh my god, it's getting oversold already. I might not close my position. Oh my god, it's getting so close. It's okay though. There's gonna be one more bounce. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, and probably 4 up right there, and then it's gonna come down. I'll keep you guys updated with my position here, okay? It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really nice. I'm so excited. So now another argument is that we could actually end up getting to right about here, and that could be the 5th wave already, right? That could very well be the 5th wave. So we don't really know where the 5th wave is based on this particular count right now. So we have to be extra diligent and extra careful right now. But I'm hoping it's the very top right now. What I usually do is I will add more to my short position as soon as we break, right? If we break below these regions, I might add more to my position, but I'll definitely consider adding more to my position here. I want to play up to 4 Bitcoin. Oh, we bounce back up, guys. I'm not closing my position, obviously. Is right here, these regions right there. I think if we break these previous structures with a lot of highs that acted as a resistance, we could easily end up coming down. So a really good notable area to take a look at is right around here, okay? Is right around this cluster region right there, okay? This cluster region is a very good area of significance between 83, 38, and also whatever this is, right? 84 something, 84, yeah, 83.33 to 84.08. We'll just say 8400. That's an area where I might want to consider adding more to my short position. So I don't know if this is going to make a flag pattern or not, right? I don't know if it's going to make a flag, and we don't know that either until we either break this or pretty much break a possible bottom here. So I'm keeping my eye on 8400 to add more to my short position, right? I hope that really makes sense to you guys. Now let's talk about some of the bearish divergence signs that we see, okay? Let's always go to a lower time frame. If you guys are a day trader, count your Elliott waves that go upwards, right? So this right here is one peak, obviously. This is now a second peak as well. Draw a trend line above the resistances for the RSI. And if you guys see this peak here and this peak right there, what we're seeing is basically bearish divergence, right? We're seeing bearish divergence where it simply cannot get a higher high, and just try to keep doing that across multiple time frames, okay? If you do that across multiple time frames, it'll give you a better idea. So if you guys see here as well, this is amazing bearish divergence that we're seeing, right? Simply cannot get a higher high. So that's how I'm seeing it right here, guys, all right? That's how we want to be able to make note of bearish divergence, okay? So now let's just keep going to a different time frame on a 1 hour. Let's see if we can spot any candles. We're seeing massive resistance around this RSI right here, right? It's like a cluster of RSI that we simply just cannot break above, right? So now if we look on a very micro time, or on a higher time frame rather, what we're seeing is a shooting star, right? We're seeing a shooting star candle, which implies that the bulls are actually starting to lose steam. Now, what this implies is the bulls have all rallied together, right? The bulls are the people that want to drive the market price upwards. But because they can't drive it up to a specific amount, or they can't drive it up and retain it, what the bears do is they actually take profit, right? They take profit, or people are actually entering short positions. And because they're entering short positions, that's what these long wicks imply, which starts to imply that the bulls are actually starting to lose steam, right? You know, there's so many people that are spamming on my I'm just gonna actually block a guy really quickly, right? So I'll show you guys what a bunch of people do, right? A lot of people, what they do is they come on my channel and they say, oh, this is the best website ever, right? They're saying that, you know, B2 double, best website ever. They're saying that I got some sort of website that doubles it, right? So they're trying to advertise their scam by saying, oh, thank you very much, Philocon, for your amazing Telegram channel. Be sure to sign up for it, guys. I'm super happy with it. So what I do is I ban these people that are advertising in my channel. So let's ban this guy together, guys. Obviously, he's a fake person, right? Let's go to his page. Look at that, how fake he is. It's a guy, not even, you know, he just created his account. Why spend 10 minutes to create an account, guys? Just so you can get banned in my channel. Like, why? That makes no sense at all. Okay, now he's entirely banned. Let's just, you know, not even worth my time. So anyways, I just thought I'd ban someone. It's not a live stream until we ban people. So now, after we got this shooting star, guys, because the bulls are starting to lose steam, kind of like this candle there, we end up downtrending a little bit, right? We end up downtrending. We're getting a series of bearish candles. This is called a doji. It's called an indecision candle, where the bears are finally starting to push down. The bulls have successfully defended when this candle formed, and then what happened after is the bears gave it one last hurrah to go up. But because they can't really give it one last hurrah to sustain, what ends up happening is a downtrend is very likely to occur, right? We also make note of the volume right here. The volume is substantially low. It's very scary. When volume starts to die off, we can almost assume that, you know, something is going to happen, right? Something is going to happen, and eventually the bulls are going to lose steam, and it could possibly go down. So it's very difficult for me to go into a long position right now. That's why I recommended to my friend Mel to take profit, right? I want to see if she's watching this video. I don't know if she's watching the video. I'll catch up with her another time. So if we now look here, guys, on the MACD, it's so OPP. Yeah, you know me. If you guys caught that, for all you old school gangsters, right? So another thing that I want to make note of as well is there still might be one more wave up, okay? I don't really know, because when I look on here, for example, we see 5 clear waves up for the last impulse move, right? But for here, I only see 3. That's why I'm saying right now it's possible for us to still see an uptrend, because this could be a bearish pennant, right? A bearish flag pattern going up. If you guys notice, right, like right here, just as an example, when I drew my Elliott Wave, let's say I drew it. Actually, I don't want to draw it from there. That's a really bad spot. Yeah, that's not really the best way to do it on this time frame. So it's hard for me to see 5 massive waves going up right now. And we are having so much resistance going up, right, guys? So now I cannot help but think we are on a downtrend. So now how do we derive our targets to enter back in, right? First, we need to explain the mechanics of Elliott Wave and how waves move impulsively upwards. Now that we have officially completed our ABC correction, we need to assume that there's going to be 5 waves going upwards, right? 5 waves going up that impulsively move that like that, and we've confirmed it, right? So now we're definitely confirming something that goes up like that. We are on this specific structure right now of only the first impulse wave going up. Now, an impulse failure can occur anytime. But the fact is, guys, we have performed 5 beautiful waves going upwards. So there's a very good chance that we are going to trend above that trend line. If you guys remember, right? There was that big trend line, and we're hoping it stays above it. So what we have to hope for now is it does not go below $7,200. You're welcome, the Holiday Store. My pleasure. Thank you very much for that donation. More liquor for my dog. Now, you guys might think that I'm joking about my dog drinking, and I'm clearly stating that I'm joking about Luna drinking, but what I'm joking about is actually joking about it, okay? So what I'm getting to is my dog really is a raging alcoholic, okay? She's a raging alcoholic. So I'm just kidding, guys. She doesn't drink at all. So now we're waiting to buy on a particular Fibonacci. We're going to try to get our Fibonacci, and then we're going to try to find a very relevant type of support above a trendline support. And then hopefully we can go long on it to catch the next wave. Now, the good thing is we are definitely on an impulse wave up, but if we actually go lower, okay? If we actually break lower than where 7,200 was, that's bad news. A very bullish momentum would be 382, perhaps 0.5. 618 would be the most ideal thing to get to, but we might not even get there. So now we have to make note of this right here. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame right here. I'm going to Toronto in August, actually, Absan. I don't really have like close family. But I've got cousins there that I haven't really talked to in like 10 years, but he's getting married. He's like 35 years old, and I was unfortunately invited to the wedding. Like, why would I want to go see cousins that I don't even talk to for 10 years, right? Just because it's my mom's brother and my uncle doesn't mean I want to see them. I feel so obligated to go. I don't want to go see. I'm like, oh, that's no problem, Dax. No, you know what, Daxel? Okay, I just want to point out somebody right here, okay? This person said to me, you are so irritating. Wow, Daxel, or Daxesh, if I'm so irritating, why the fuck are you here watching my video, okay? Why the fuck are you here, okay? If you are getting irritated, get the fuck out of the channel. It's as easy as clicking the fucking X button to get the fuck out. Why are you choosing to be annoyed? It's your choice. It's your life. All you gotta do is leave the channel and leave this live stream if it's annoying you. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Nobody's putting a gun to your head, Patel. Mr. Patel, I kid you not, okay? There's nobody rubbing a plate of butter chicken in your face and telling you to eat it while watching this right now. Okay, that might have went a little bit too far. I'm sorry, okay? I really like a book by Jan Martel called Life of Pi, which starred an Indian guy, and that's also an Indian author. That's the only reason I brought that up, okay? I apologize for making that butter chicken joke. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to be racist at all. I did not mean to be racist, okay? But it's true. Nobody's making you watch anything, okay? I'm not holding a gun to your head. If you're annoyed, just simply get out of this channel. It's that easy, okay? Nobody's making anybody do anything. That's the truth. So, guys, that's my rant for the day, okay? That's my rant for the day. I'm sorry, okay? The only people that are allowed to be racist are Asians, right? Like, we're allowed to be racist towards other Asians, and when we're racist towards white people, it's just really funny. Like, it's so hard to think that Asians can be racist, you know? It's just funny. It's so, like, when I make a joke, like, I'm like a Caucasian person, like, I'm a Twinkie because I'm really yellow on the outside and white on the inside. It's not racist. It's just funny, you know? When I make an Asian accent, it's even funnier because I'm Asian, okay? Oh, thank you very much, XSimon11. I appreciate your channel. Have a poutine from a fellow Canadian. Is Elliott Wave the most reliable indicator for analysis? It's not really an indicator, Simon. We wouldn't really call it an indicator, right? An indicator are more things like this right here, where we talk about RSI. That's a visual gauge. Elliott Wave is known as a theory. And like any other theory, such as Wyckoff theory, you know, Dow theory as well, they're all theories, or Wolf theory, they're all theories that we integrate into our trading to supplement indicators. So what I like to do is I like to be like an Asian ninja, okay? I like to be an Asian ninja with a lot of, you know, I might have a sword, I might have a katana, I might have sais, I might have, you know, ninja stars that I throw, I might have nunchucks, right? So just think of all these indicators and theories that we use as an Asian ninja with a very broad range of weapons that we use. And sometimes in close range, you might want to use a dagger, right? You might want to use something like your nunchucks as well. well, but maybe you might want to use your sword or your staff at sometimes. And if there's a very long distance opponent, you might want to get out your ninja stars, right? So we just have to see it as something where there's a lot of different tools to use, and some tools are a lot better to use in other circumstances. So whenever you guys think of indicators and theories, just imagine what an Asian ninja person would do, right? Well, we know what they would do. They would hide a lot of people in trees just in case they have to fight people one-on-one. Asian people never fight fair. I want you guys to know that, okay? Asian people never fight fair. If you guys ever get into a fight with an Asian person, always assume that there's another 4 of them hiding in a tree somewhere. And you don't want to be one of those people that gets caught in an Asian ninja fight, because trust me, they will jump down from those trees and they will whip you guys with their nunchucks. So, yeah. So anyways, now let's talk about targets, okay? I'm getting a little bit too overwhelmed, right? Not overwhelmed, but I'm having a little bit too much fun with everybody. So there could be one more wave up to 8,800, possibly. We just take our fib extension tool right here, okay? This one hit a perfect 1-to-1, so a very next viable target could be somewhere right around 8,800. But it's not even worth it entering a trade, in my opinion, you know? And what we see is a perfect 2618 extension with the 3618. So when we take here, we say to ourselves, okay, well, if this wave could actually hit right here, then the next one could easily hit the 361.8 fib level as well. So now that we have all of this cleared up and we say, well, is this the top right here? Well, we take our Fibonacci extension tool from the very bottom here. We go up to, you know, a possible target range up there. Let's say we take a general area right here, okay? Let's say it can get to a possible target range right there. So that's around an 81.21, right? Fib retracement right there, as we see, because that's where the next region of decent support is if we extend it, right? You guys see this region right here? That could be a very viable support, right? So we have to assume as well that, hey, it might actually get to the trend line as well. So I'm looking for a retracement anywhere up to 79, 8 or 8,000. I think 8K will be a very, very significant number, you know? A very, very significant psychological number. Now let's say that it actually got a tiny bit higher, because my theory of Elliott Wave says that there could be one more to maybe 77.50. We'll say we extend our fib range up a little bit, right? Which really doesn't change it much at all. So now what we say is, all right, maybe 382. So now my correction target stands between $8,000 and $8,200. So this summarizes, right? This summarizes my video. But another possible thing is we have to assume, will it correct sideways a little bit and possibly hit this possible extension down here to the golden pocket range? So the lower barrier to consider is above 7,850, and a very viable target will be between $8,000 and $8,200, okay? So that's kind of it, guys. I just wanted to summarize it in a good video. I don't see it getting higher, guys, than 7,800 at most, okay? The absolute most. I see that getting only up there. Even if I take a 78.6 extension, right, around here, I only see it getting to, I don't know, slightly below it, right? So it's hard for me to even think, because of all these signs of bearish pressure right now to come down, that we cannot get higher than 87.50. Kryptonian, I don't know about selling your wife. Kryptonium, thank you very much for the generous donation. He asked, is it time to sell my wife and go all in on Litecoin? Not yet. Not really yet, right? If Bitcoin corrects to 8K, we can easily see. I wouldn't recommend selling your wife. Like, I wouldn't recommend selling your wife. That'd be kind of mean, right? But I would recommend, you know, keeping the kids for sure, because why else do we have kids, right? We have kids because we want them to grow up to work so we can get an income from them. I mean, why else do people have kids? I can't really think of it. So, like, you know, I personally would only have kids because if I was hurting for money, I would know that they'd be a very stable source of income, as long as I emotionally abuse them and make them realize that I brought them into this world, so it's their job to sustain me by providing me with income and having a good job. Why else do Asian people want their kids to become doctors? We want our kids to become doctors, or lawyers, or doctors, or engineers. I'm an engineer, just so you guys know, because we want them to have a good job so they can take care of their parents, right? That's kind of the only reason that we have kids. So don't ever sell your kids, right? Or your wife. Like it's important. It's important to have your kids and your wife for things like this. So if we take a look at Litecoin really quickly, we take a look at Litecoin, and what we see is it broke above my resistance that I mentioned in my 10-minute video, right? It broke, I was mentioning that if we break above this key region, like right around here, it might be a good time to enter a very short-term position. I mentioned there could have been a support region here. So if we look at Litecoin, it's likely to correct as well, guys, okay? Because if we look at Litecoin, it formed 5 beautiful waves as well, okay? 5 beautiful waves just going up like that. Okay, very, very nice. This one corrected around the 236 level. 236 level, right? Bounced right off of it. This one corrected a lot heavier. So by the rules of indifference of Elliott Wave expressions, this one corrected a heavy. So this one was likely to correct less. I should probably keep up to my technical analysis on Litecoin as well. So then if we actually take all of the 5 possible waves and identify some key structures where this wave actually went up, right? What we would easily see is that Litecoin has a lot of support region around these levels. So a key region to make note of is, of course, above 150 that it could maintain. So don't sell your wife or your kids quite yet. I would recommend waiting for a correction instead to above the 150 on the higher barrier, right? Basically between this region, to be quite honest, right? On the lower barrier, 147, on the higher barrier, 153. It's always wise to start seeing it level off, and then you start laddering your buys on the way down, right? Where you start to increase the amount that you buy slowly over time as it gets closer and closer to the bottom. So that's kind of it. An expanded triangle? I don't think it's an expanded, yeah, it could be, but it's also really difficult to see this as an expanding diagonal where it's making the same kind of formation as Bitcoin. So if we take a look at Bitcoin right here as well, what we easily see is that this might be an expanding diagonal, but we're getting some really large areas of support already. So how could we really assume that it's an expanding diagonal when these waves are almost done already and we're getting some support region or resistance regions over here, right? So very, very difficult for us to assume that. So my target stands, guys, on the very low end, 7,800, but more realistically between 8K to 8,200. And if Leon, are you watching this video? If you're watching this video, Leon, it's a really good place to add more to your position, my friend, I think. Leon's the most funny guy ever. He makes really awesome videos. So even if we look on a different time frame here, what we're seeing is a possible crossover, right? I mean, the best case scenario, in my opinion, if we get one more wave up, guys, is we're going to get one more wave just going up like that, and we bounce off of maybe 44.50, and we get one more final tiny wave up that's going to stay in this type of triangle right here. So that's it, guys. I'm going to take some questions. Just to see what you guys have there. So yeah, anybody, I'm going to get somebody to start moderating the channel for me in the future. Definitely. I'm probably going to get Val to do it. Would you enter any alts right now? Super dope ass. That's a really good question. No, I wouldn't. It makes no sense to enter a long position when Bitcoin is going to be in correction phase right now, right? Entering a long position right now would be very unwise. I mean, if we somehow broke out and got an extended fifth wave, Bitcoin would have to reach well above the 87.15 range, right? 87.15 is kind of where the resistance is. It's got to break out of it with massive, massive conviction right here. So until we break out of this formation, no, it's not really wise to enter a short position right now. Like I mentioned, we are seeing the bearish divergence that's already popping up on every time frame. The histogram is the one that gives it away the most, okay? The histogram right here kind of gives it away, right? Right there, we easily see that this was the first tiny little wave going upwards, right? Tiny little wave, that's the second one down, that's the third one, that's the fourth one, and that's the fifth one right there. And if we actually look at it right here, whoops, I actually did it a little bit wrong. But we easily see that that's kind of how the subwaves are going right now. We look at the histogram as well, and doesn't it look, and the MACD, doesn't it look like it wants to snap, guys? Doesn't this right here just look like it wants to snap and break and cross over? Yeah, doesn't the 15 to 30 minute chart looks like it's on a tear down right now? It might be just, you know, a flag or something like that. We never know. That's why I'm always mentioning that there could be one more wave going upwards. So I'm just gonna keep taking more questions if you guys got any. That's a really good question to ask. Thank you. Whoa, that's a Ripple. I don't care about Ripple right here. How do I like my tendies? I like them pretty well. I like them quite a bit. We're now at 85.19. Are we gonna downtrend? Are we gonna downtrend, guys? We finally broke some key regions right here. We're now getting a fairly bearish candle overall. I mean, if we looked at the price action, let's see if we're gonna bounce, okay? I mean, let's see how far we're gonna go. We're now at 50.16, okay? Oops. It's lagging a little bit. Okay, we're at 50.16. We're at 50.11. We're at 50.09. 50.09. I only need like a little bit. I don't really need a lot to profit pretty well here. Okay, let's see if this is gonna go down right there. Big resistance at $8,500, as you guys can see. Oh, my position filled. My position starting to fill. I got my last 80 motherfucking dollars. I'm at $1,000 for the day in front of all of my favorite viewers. Woo! That was pretty awesome, guys. There you go. I'm going to take my last $80 profit for the day, and I'm going to continue making videos for all you lovely disasters. We have now officially almost confirmed the downtrend. Maybe we'll end up bouncing slightly, but here we go, guys. $1,000 in 3 hours of trading today. Hey, yo! And guys, don't ever think for a moment that I'm bragging, okay? This is trying to show you guys proof in the pudding. You guys see how fast we ended up downtrending? Look at that candle right there. Woo! Don't ever think that I'm bragging, okay, guys? I'm showing you guys proof in the pudding of how to trade, right? I'm not like just some kid, okay? I'm not just some kid that's trading, that's pretending to be a trader. I show you guys proof in the pudding that I can trade, and I want you guys to know that as well, okay? Ben, I expect a bear trap throw over. Stocks opposite. Well, we gotta make sure that we draw this, guys, okay? I mean, you guys simply draw this right here, okay? You draw your trend line. Get to your chart right now and draw your trend line. The moment that we break below here is the moment that we've now confirmed the downtrend, okay? As you guys can easily see, we're now breaking below it, which means that we have officially trended down. Do you guys see? This is how we do it. Unless we break well above here and there's only a wick, then that's basically what's going to happen. If we do not end up trending back into this trend right here, and now we've also broken below. On the 10-minute chart, we've now also broken below, right, with the 55 EMA. So next possible bounce is 8,200 before we start these waves coming down. And we can almost extract this information right here already, right? We just do a little bit of extrapolation. What we see is we hit an exact one-to-one target right here, right? We hit an exact one-to-one target, so definitely we're going to see a slight bounce there. What we're going to see is a possible waves 1, 2, perhaps 3, maybe a 4 near that resistance over there, and then we end up coming down. So this is a very likely scenario. Okay, and now what ends up happening is, let's say we get an A, B, C going upwards, right? We get our A, we get our B, our C going up. Then we take our Fibonacci range of it, where the wave 4 territory could possibly be. Assume that it can get up to the 0.5 or the 618 region at most. And then after we do that, we just simply extrapolate more information. We extrapolate it by taking our Fibonacci. Okay, do you guys know Fibonacci right here? Did you guys hear my song interpreted from Hallelujah, right? I heard there was a secret tool that Silicon used and it pleased the fool, but you don't really care about Fibonacci, do ya? Well, it goes like this, from A to B, the minor fall. It goes like this, right? This is A right here, okay? That's A, that's B, and C is something like that. So it goes from A to B to the, sorry, it goes, I forgot how the song goes. I completely butchered that song there, okay? I apologize, but it goes from A to B to the minor fall to the major C, and the baffled Silicon composing Fibonacci. That's how it goes. So let's say that this all works out exactly as planned, then we are definitely going to be looking at a target around 8,000 to 8,200 based on a one-to-one extension. This is amazing, okay? This is amazing. I'm so happy, guys, okay? So I'm going to actually wrap up the video because I'm going to go get ready to enter more of my short positions. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in for my $1,000 profit with me. That was an awesome, awesome profit to be taken. I took it way too early, guys, way too early. I mean, I took my profit at $8,500 when I could have closed that right now, which would have been another $450 profit. So I took an $80 profit when it could have been a $500 profit, right? What the heck is wrong with me? I know what's wrong with me. I want to take care of my baby whales. So guys, it's been a really long day, right? Do Do you guys think that it's been a really long day? I think we should probably close off the day with a song, okay? It goes something like this. Okay, how can we not talk about a bull rally when all that we got was a bear market? Every time we went through a bear market, I was standing there by your side, and now you're gonna be with me for the last ride. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when we enter a bull rally again. We've come a long way from where we began. It was right over here where we began. And I'll tell you all about it when we bull rally again. When we bull rally again. Oh, 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 oh. So that's it, guys. I'm now... See, I hope you guys considered entering a short position. You know, that was a crazy drop, right? That was a $200-300 drop in such a short amount of time. So this whole video worked out very well, guys. Yes, we've now confirmed an official downtrend right now. We have officially broken out of the channel. Life is so good. I am so happy. I am so thrilled. I am so excited to be here with everybody right now. This has been so good. Everybody thought that this was a scam. Everybody thought that this was a fraud. But you know what I told them? I told them, no, 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 no. Look at me. I am financially, independently, securely, so happy. So this is looking fantastic. This is so great. Thank you very much for the donation, Ben. I'm going to go back to making more videos for you guys. Thank you very much for joining me. You baby whales, mini dolphins, and tiny, tiny little penguins. May you always march yourself to safety. You guys have my targets, and I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day. Hey-yo! Bye now. Have a great day, baby whales. Take care, and I love you.